Okay, this is Professor Chuck Conkle. We're going to be talking about Web234 the next 15 minutes, and this is just a Q&A session using Periscope. If you have any questions at the bottom of your Periscope app, you can type those questions in. If you don't have any questions and you are doing fine, you can tap the screen on Periscope, and it will let me know that you understand what's going on thus far. And so if you could do that, that would be awesome. Looks like I have 2 viewers on Periscope, so I'm going to go and get started. These videos will be available post-session on a Periscope link on our webpage in Eagle. And so you can ask questions even after the Periscope session's ended. We're going to try to use the Periscope app for basically my online courses, but I will be using it somewhat maybe in face-to-face as well. So let's go and get started. Web234 is a PHP app development course. PHP is a language to develop websites. It's the #1 language actually out there that sites are created with. 78% of websites today that are on the web are created with PHP. PHP is at version 5 now, and it's been around for a number of years, and it's a fairly older language, but very stable. And the nice thing about PHP is it's modular based, and it's easy to create in teams because each team can create a certain module and share that module amongst one another. An example would be create a module for games, a module for discussion, a module for forms, and each team could work separately on a separate module and put them all together later on down the road on multiple web pages. And so I'm excited about what you're going to learn this semester and what you're going to do with PHP. The textbook is online resources this semester, and podcast is what we'll be using as well. And so the first week you'll be covering mainly bookmarking web pages that you'll be reading for your week-to-week text. And you'll also be installing XAMPP on your Mac or PC, and subscribing to our iTunes U channel, and looking over the general content and layout in week 1. And so I'll go ahead and switch the screen here to show you what our course looks like. You've probably already been there, but let's go ahead and switch it around. Switch and show it to you. So this is the course homepage for Web234. And again, it's online. There's my contact information at the top. And we're going to be covering week 1 this week on getting started. So I'll go ahead and click on that. This first week, each week will generally have some type of task that you'll have to go over. There'll be an overview of that week. No different in the beginning. This is the course website. When you click on that, it's going to bring you to this page here, which I do have everyone's name that was registered as of last week here in the link. When you click on your link, it's not going to go anywhere right now, but as you create your web pages for your final app, they will go there. Going back to the task page, you're going to have to download Notepad++ for PC, Text Wrangler for Mac, sign up for Twitter, download and install Periscope if you've not already done so, bookmark a number of pages, textbook, there is a PDF for beginning PHP, Apache, and MySQL you'll download along with source code. You'll read and perform the following task. Setting up PHP MySQL. You'll be downloading and installing XAMPP for either Mac or PC. Number 7, you'll subscribe to the course podcast in iTunes U. And let me switch over real quick to show you iTunes U, what it looks like. And so our page here. PHP Web234. There we go. Let's go there. It's Web225. Here it is, PHP Podcast. And PHP Podcast, basically, these are the podcasts, older podcasts will be updating. But you can go ahead and subscribe to our web PHP Podcast for week 1. And just follow the steps of how to do that. That would be awesome. And then follow the rest of the steps here on 8 and 9. And again, if you have any questions, you can post it below here in Periscope. Otherwise, you can tap the screen showing me that you understand thus far what you're doing, what you've been asked to do. You'll also have a discussion pretty much each week. Week 1 discussion is were you able to install XAMPP successfully? Any issues, you'll post those there into week 1 discussion. You'll post an About Me, which tells a little bit about yourself. Note that some have already posted in there. And I do recommend reading and replying to those in the course. First assignment is just registering for a free web host that you'll be hosting your site from. An example I've got here from I use each semester is they've got, it's actually on the task page, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go back there to show it to you. The week 1 getting started at the very bottom here. This petro.limewebs.com is an example of what your page could look like. So that's, you'll notice this student here is week 2 through week for the final site, and each week you'll basically just putting in there your code for each week. Okay, so going on here, so I've covered discussion, about me, we went over that. Basically just basic stuff the first week, registering for a website, and that's it for week 1. And so again, one thing I want to mention is live chat. If I'm available on live chat, I'll click on this to show you. Once this page loads, if I'm available, it'll say I'm available here. Otherwise, it'll say that I am unavailable. Right now, if you can put your name in here and course name and question, I'm available. And that comes directly to my phone or to my computer, wherever I'm at the time. So I'm going to switch. So that's Web234 introduction. This is supposed to last just a few minutes. So if you have any questions, for the course, go ahead and ask me. Any questions at all, I'd be more glad to answer them for you. You can just type them below here in the chat module. All right, well, I appreciate you joining me in Periscope. Again, we'll be using it each week, and you can watch it later if you've missed it, or the link to the Periscope page I'll show you here on the site is right here where it says Periscope. When you click on the Periscope link, it's going to bring to a page here that's going to have previous Periscope sessions available. You'll click on those sessions and it'll bring you to that Periscope. You get to see a picture, it looks like, of my new mini tank. This is my new mini tank that I've been playing with, and it's basically, it is driven by an iOS app actually. And so you'll click on these pre-recorded periscopes, and when you click on those, you can ask a question, especially if you're using a Periscope app. On the web version, you can't, because if you just click on this right now, it's going to take you to a web page that looks like this. You'll say how many viewed it, any comments, any hearts. If I click play, and I'll pause the sound here.
Hello, this is...
There we go. And so you can watch the video, but no commenting available on the web version. But if you're watching it from the Periscope app, you can rewatch old broadcast, and you can ask questions even post-session. Semester, also look forward to meeting you online. I know some of you have had in face-to-face class and have face-to-face this semester. And so look forward to a great productive semester. And again, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. Let's have a great semester. Bye-bye.